what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Um, just let me know if you guys can hear me all right. It took me about the first 7, 8 minutes just to set up this system here. I couldn't get it to work for some reason. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. I have an exciting subject, an exciting topic to kind of share today for you all. But yeah, we'll kind of get right into it. So, by the way, right before we jump in, if you're watching live, go ahead and type one out below and give us some likes and loves. It helps us with the algorithm there. Also, if you're watching the replay, hit us up with put two in the comments and also give us some likes and loves. And also, if you have any general question about anything business related, anything when it comes to like launching your online business, or specifically if it comes to like launching your own digital marketing agency, feel free to ask me any questions here. I've seen so many things so far, right? We've taken over 250 other people through this journey, and gotten them with their agencies. So we know a thing or two when it comes to this. So feel free to ask any questions. No question is too small. All right, super important. So today's subject is, how do you start your agency? What's like the first step in starting your digital marketing agency the new way, right? And the reason why I specifically said the new way is because if you look in the marketplace, there are tons and tons of other digital marketing agencies out there, right? But what if you launch one, if you look just like them, how do you know if you're going to be successful or not, right? The answer is, if you just launch one that looks like everybody else's, you're probably not going to go too far, right? And that's just me being very honest and blunt with you, but that's the reality, right? The people who look just like someone, I mean, think about it, right? If, say, you have a specific problem, you would probably want to go to a specific person for a specific solution, correct? You probably don't want to go to, if you have a specific problem, you don't want to go to some random person who doesn't even know what your problem is, right? And that's what, when I look in the digital marketing agency space, or even regular, just any digital marketing agency, or sorry, I mean like any online business really, they aren't very specific about who they are trying to serve. They don't have a specific solution for what they're trying to do, so they just kind of like get left in the sand. Like no one cares about them, and they just kind of like fizzle out. So when you want to launch your agency, you want to focus in on three things, really. All right. The first step really is, you want to identify a specific problem. Okay, a specific problem for a specific person, and how you're gonna solve it is by using a specific way. Just these three things, guys. Like, if you do this properly, you have an 8-figure company there. All right. This is the stuff that, I don't know, no one really teaches, but it's the simple stuff. It's nothing complex. It's not like, I'm telling you to do handstands and stuff. No, it's actually very, very simple. Again, you need to solve a specific problem for a specific person using a specific solution or a specific way, which is going to be your thing. All right. So let's talk about the first one, a specific problem, right? So when it comes to, for example, a digital marketing agency, the main problem that you will solve for is making people rich, making people money, period. Your job isn't to generate leads. Your job isn't to, I don't care what type of different service that you think that you're planning to offer. It all has one, so there's only one reason why you're trying to offer that solution, right? And it's to make people money. All right. So first and foremost, stop thinking of it like you're giving something of like, hey, I'm just gonna do some SEO, or I'm just gonna write a blog. When you start thinking like that, then you will start competing on price. All right, super important. We do not compete on price. We compete on value. All right. The only way you're gonna compete for value is if you are able to portray whatever thing you come up with, whether it's SEO, email marketing, regardless of the service. Instead of you viewing it as, this is just the deliverable that I have to do, instead of viewing it like that, you have to view it as, I have this deliverable, but how does it make this person money, your client? When you start viewing it like that, you will be able to write your own checks. You'll ask for any money, people will pay you. Trust me on that one. All right. So stop thinking of it as like I have to just deliver this thing and I'm all, off I go. That's what the mediocre people think, right? They're just like, oh, I want to get the lowest cost per lead and deliver it to, to my client, and they'll be happy. No, they won't. People, the thing is, you cannot take leads to the bank. The leads won't. You need to get buyers. So you want to make sure you're getting the right people in for your clients, right? So start with that mindset. Whatever you do when it comes to the digital marketing agency space, you are doing it to make people money, period. All right. So you're solving for money. You're solving for revenue. All right. Now let's talk about the second piece of this. A specific person, right? So everybody wants money, but if you just go out there and you just say, I'm going to make you money, you won't get like really any business, right? You want to talk to a specific person. I'll give you an example. Maybe you want to attract dentists. Maybe you personally have a background in, maybe you might have worked at a dentist office before, or you may have some sort of understanding of a specific field. It doesn't have to be dental. It could be the lawyer, legal field, real estate, software, IT space, e-commerce. I mean, you name it. There's so many different types of businesses that are out there. So you may have experience and you may be really, really good at a certain thing. By the way, the people who are watching live, go ahead and, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Personally speaking, I'm here in San Diego, California. To be exact, I'm here in La Jolla. I'm here in the office. But yeah, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. And give us some likes and loves. Really helps with the algorithm. And like I said in the beginning, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it down below, and I'll get to those when I can. All right, cool. So a specific person, right? So this is again based on what your strengths are. Now you can go out there and like start brand new. You can go out, for example, if you have experience in the financial field, you can be like, hey, I'm gonna go for the real estate sector. Sure, you can do that. But what's smarter, right? At the end of the day, you want to view business as like, you don't want to work inside of your business. You want to work on the business, right? And the only way you're going to be able to work on your business really is if you're able to leverage your past strengths, the past things that you're good at. By the way, I froze. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know if it's just my stream here that messed up, but oh well. I guess we'll keep going until I see some people in the comments. But I'm frozen here. Interesting. I'll tell you, technology, it took me 7-8 minutes just to set this up. Interesting. Okay. So again, I was kind of talking a little bit about, you want to leverage past experiences. You want to leverage your past strengths. Just because, man, like we have a limited time on this planet, right? Sure, you can go into something totally new. You can explore it, whatever the case is. But that's what most people just kind of like. Have you ever met someone who has like 4 degrees and is working a job that they didn't even major for? There's all sorts of people out there. It took them like 12 years in college. They have like 3-4 degrees and they're working, I don't know, in a totally different job. So you just kind of like start thinking to yourself like, man, what if you just picked one career and what if you went in that, right? You might have gone a lot further. There's a lot of learning curve essentially, right, to this. So that's just kind of like what I'll say when it comes to which niche that you should pick. But you want to pick one specific niche, all right? Because you want to position yourself as the top shelf choice, as the category leader. The only way to do that is who you pick, right? In terms of like, you have to pick a specific type of person that you want to work with, right? And you want to portray yourself as the expert, right? Even though you may be thinking, you may be brand new, you may be like, hey, I'm not really good at anything, right? And that's okay, right? You may think like that, but I'll tell you what, you don't even know what you're good at. Maybe, right? If you know your strengths, amazing. But I'll tell you, a lot of people, they don't even know their strengths. And it's only a matter of like self-reflection. So really, if you're kind of in that category, if you're like, hey, I don't feel like I'm good at anything, you are. Trust me. If you're just watching this, chances are you're at least, 20 years old minimum, right? Even as a 20-year-old, you have some skill sets or you have some things that you know that no one else or very few people are actually on that level, right? So you want to identify what are some of those things for you specifically, take them, and then leverage that with your digital marketing agency, right? Again, we are not for, you know what? Let me see if I'm still live, because 1 second here. I just want to make sure We're still live because this is just weird. Just give me 1 sec, guys. Oh, we are live. All right. Well, technology. That's interesting. So, anyways, back to kind of what I was saying. So, yeah, you pick a specific person. So, say you say you had experience in the legal field. So, you want your whole agency to be crafted around how to solve problems for lawyers. First step, what is the lawyer type? Like, what type of person is he or she, right? One of the things is they're skilled at what they do, but they're not very skilled at marketing, right? So you identify that, but the thing is they need marketing, right? So if there's like a legal firm, if they don't have any customers, they're not making any money, right? So you understand how a lawyer thinks. You understand what the jargon is. I don't know anything about it, but if you are in that field, you probably understand what their exact pain points are and how to talk to them, right? When you talk to them on the phone or even like on your ads, right? When you talk to them in your marketing, you're going to be able to penetrate their brain a lot further than someone who doesn't understand that specific field. Is this making sense, guys? Go ahead and leave some comments here. I'm going to open up my phone here just so I can see. But if there's any, if this is all making sense, just let me know, guys. So once you've identified who you want to work with, the next step here is you want to craft an irresistible offer. All right, an offer where, man, like you go to someone who's your ideal client. Again, this is not going to work for, say you went into the chiropractic field and you want to go after an e-commerce store owner. It's not going to work. It's a totally different game, right? So once you pick that niche, you go all in for that specific thing, and then you come up with a grand slam offer where people just feel stupid to say no to. That's the goal, right? And I'll kind of like tell you guys a little bit of like what are some of the core components of what this offer is supposed to be about, what it's about and stuff. So the first piece really is if you are able to come up with some sort of guarantee of you can do X or Y, you want to lead in with something like that, right? And I'm not going to go super deep into what it could be for you, but say for example, say you want to go into the you want to do marketing for dentists, you can say I will generate you 10 patients in 30 days or you don't pay me, something along those lines. However, you just also want to make it's a little deeper than that. You can't just like take something and throw it out. You have to make sure you're able to fulfill in the promises that you make, but also something that is attractive enough for your ideal client to kind of be like, hey, you know what, this is cool, I like it. I'm gonna I want to take a look, because guys, at the end of the day, to get attention, to capture people's attention in today's world is so difficult, super hard, right? So you want to understand that. So an offer really has two pieces, right? The first piece is that it works on strangers. It works on people who have no idea who you are, right? It works on what we like to call in marketing cold traffic, right? Cold traffic are people who have no idea who you are, but you've caught their attention and they're interested in potentially working with you, right? From there, the second piece really is that is scalable, right? It's scalable from a fulfillment side of things, because you don't want to have a business where you're just working with one client. You want to have a business that you're generating $100,000, $200,000 a month with, right? And if those numbers scare you, I'll tell you what, there's so many people out there making that kind of money, right? Like there's people literally just beginning to kind of be in this in the agency world, and they're able to make this kind of money. So that's no issues at all, right? So you want to have it in a way where you're able to scale it. From there, again, specific problem for a specific person using a specific way, right? So you've identified who you want to go after. The next thing is using a specific way. So this could be one specific service, or it could be a type of service. For example, media buying, right? A media buying could be Facebook or Google ads. Instead of you being like a 360 digital marketing agency type of person, there's so many people out there like that, and they wonder why they're not getting any business, right? Because they're so general. So the more specific you can get, even in your service, even in how you can solve that problem for them using your specific way, the better. And then now the cool thing really is that you can label your specific way as like your unique mechanism, right? This is kind of like a unique mechanism is something that people, for example, they can't Google it, right? When it comes to Facebook ads specifically, they can just like, type Facebook ads and they can, just try to Google it. But when it comes to your specific unique mechanism and you can name it something really cool where people can't Google it, they just feel like, this is interesting. And they will feel like this is something new and totally different than they have ever seen before in their lives, right? And that's how you capture that attention. That's how you grab someone's attention, right? Your ideal target market. Guys, if you guys are liking this stuff, let me know down below. Like I said, I have to open up my phone to see if there's any comments here. Let's see here real quick. I see a couple people live. Let me know if this is all making sense. But yeah, so that's the first step, is really getting clear on what is the main problem of a specific person, and just come up with your own unique way, right? I gave you guys a couple examples. You can use media buying, you can use content, whatever the case is. Name it something sexy, okay? Name it something cool, and that's your unique mechanism. So now you're already in a position where you're standing out from the crowd because you're marketing to a specific type of person only. You're like, hey, I don't work with anyone else but this type of person. And I'll tell you this, when you're able to diagnose a problem, you just diagnosed it. If you're able to go really, really deep, like I said, in your marketing, on your ads and how you talk, if you go really deep into talking to a specific type of person, automatically they're going to assume that you have the solution. And what does that mean? That means dollars in the bank for you. That means you asking for whatever you want, that you're going to be able to, basically a blank check you can ask for, right? If you're able to diagnose a problem that is big enough. So I challenge you guys, take the next few days, really start thinking on some of these things. This is the core foundation. This is the first thing that we ourselves work on. Even when we were launching a new business, when we were launching our new agency, this is exactly what we did. And this is exactly what we do for other people who are our clients of ours, right? So we specialize in launching and scaling digital marketing agencies for busy professionals, people who are kind of like, maybe they feel like they're stuck in 9 to 5 and they really want to transition out, or other people who are kind of like, business owners, but they're like hustlers, right? So they're kind of like, maybe they may be freelancers, or they may have different businesses. Just yesterday, I was talking to a gentleman, he was in the restaurant industry, and he wants to transition out from owning a restaurant into digital marketing, right? So it could be kind of like, if you want your own business, this is kind of like what we do here. And chances are, if you've been in our Facebook group, you've probably seen a lot of our content. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and open up an opportunity for some of you guys. If you're interested in us potentially launching and scaling your own digital marketing agency, completely done for you. So remember, the things that I'm talking about here is how do you come up with this offer? Who do you pick? We do this all completely done for you, right? This is just one piece, right? From there, we get you clients, right? We get the right leads in. We close those leads for you, meaning we hop on calls. We have salespeople who hop on calls for you. And we even fulfill for all your clients' work. So you are literally like the agency owner, kind of like a franchise in a way, except we don't take any percentage, which is interesting. We probably should. But we don't take any percentage, and you literally get this business that is making money, and we have a guarantee as well. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into all that stuff, but if you're interested in that, go ahead and type system down below, all right? System. So this is our $1 million agency system that we've used for our own agency. We've grown it to, right now we have about 40 employees, give or take, and we've established multiple different businesses after that. Only reason why I even bring that up is because our first experience was with the digital marketing agency. That's what we got successful with, right? Once we were able to scale that, then we opened up other businesses, but we use the same skills that we had, that we learned. So anyways, if you're interested in us potentially launching your own digital marketing agency, completely done for you. Guys, this is not a course. There isn't anything that you've ever seen something like this before. No one comes in and starts a business for you. Guaranteed on track to make at least $100,000 this year. All right. Serious people only. If you really truly want to have your own digital marketing agency, even if you're brand new, by the way, this is a really, like I said, I talked to some guy he was in the restaurant field, right? He's like, man, it sucks. He told me his 5-year-old daughter is like, hey, can you please come home? Right. So if you're maybe you're going through something like that, right? Going through something a little different, where it's like, man, you don't feel fulfilled anymore, right? It's kind of like, man, like I want something that is long term sustainable, and most importantly, why should you hustle so hard that you're unable to sleep at night? I mean, there's a bunch of different problems that kind of arise, right? Our philosophy truly is how can we work on the business rather than inside of it. That's the goal. That's the key. All right. So if you're interested, like I said, in us launching this agency completely done for you, go ahead and type system out down below, and I will see you guys soon. I'll go ahead and open the floor for any Q&A if there is any, by the way. So I'll give it like a minute, and we'll see if there's any questions here. A couple people watching, I see. So go ahead and type system down below if you are interested in us potentially reaching out, or if you have any questions, general business, like I said, general digital marketing agency, anything about what we have kind of going on here. Just let me know. I'll stay here for another minute. All right. No questions. Awesome. And even if you're watching the replay, guys, go ahead and type your question out. Tag me. I'll go ahead and try to get back to you when I can. And it was great having a couple of you here. Yeah, I'll see you guys probably next week. Next week, Friday. Sorry, at Thursday, same time. We always host live streams every single week. Occasionally, we don't if we're doing something really special or something really crazy. But yeah, if you want to be our next success story, like I said, go ahead and type system down below. We'll have someone reach out with the details and seeing if you're a good fit, seeing if it would make sense for us to potentially launch this business completely done for you, completely hands off. Let us know. All right. Nice talking to you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.